All right, good Sunday morning. It is 6:44, and we do have an early warning weather alert. First, because of wintry precipitation, and second, because of the wind that will come in tonight and tomorrow. So when we take a look at our iCam over West Hartford, it's certainly wet here. And I think it's been warm enough here that we haven't had too many worries about mixed precipitation in West Hartford proper. But to the north and to the west, we certainly have. Here's Litchfield at the high school. I don't know if you can see it, but the sheeniness to the snow cover indicating right there, if it's frozen, it is actually, if the object is below freezing, we are seeing the collection of some glaze and some of these side streets too. I think even on the camera itself, we might have a little bit of glaze on it because of the cold weather that's there with the rain. But you can see in West Haven at the University of New Haven, probably no worries here. It's actually been near 40 degrees at this spot. So it's really, especially across interior Connecticut, especially in the hills of eastern and western Connecticut, where we still have temperatures near the freezing mark. Like in Bristol at Nancy's, it's 32. In South Windsor at Bob's, it's 32. And at Jefferson Staffordville, it is 31 degrees. So if there wasn't salting on the road, that road might be a little bit slippery this morning. But most of us are not going to have to worry about that for too much longer, because we are going to see the warmer air overtake for a while. It may take a little while to scour out the cold in the very deepest valleys of the hills of eastern and western Connecticut, but I think for most of us, it's no longer really going to be an issue from here on out. But when we take a look farther to the west, we all get something else, and that's the wind that's going to be on the backside of this storm. Here's the parent area of low pressure that's actually responsible for the rain we're getting now, but there's also going to be a developing wind field. Very strong wind expected to make it to the ground right through this zone here today. And then that wind field is going to carry into Connecticut tonight and tomorrow. And we could see wind gusts over 40 to 50, even 60 miles an hour. Those wind gusts are possible as we look towards tonight and tomorrow. Let's hit the early warning pinpoint Doppler full screen so you can see that we're still seeing some pinks on the map to indicate that we could still see a little bit of an icy mix where temperatures are at or below freezing. But we've seen some retraction to that. So we've seen some improvement on this note, especially through the Connecticut River Valley. Places like Granby, we were in the pink before, we're not anymore. You can see a greater portion of Simsbury and Avon is now in green. Same thing for Canton. So we're seeing some improvement on this. And we've actually seen the elimination of the winter weather advisory for Litchfield County just as a result of it expiring. But we still have some of those winter weather advisories for central and eastern Connecticut. And you can see still some of those temperatures pretty close to freezing or below. So we still have the possibility of some slick spots, probably retaining the ones we currently have. We're not going to get any new ones, let's put it to you that way. Then later on today, it does turn milder with rain in the morning, a few spotty showers during the afternoon. Then overnight tonight, that's when it turns colder, but it turns a lot windier too. By tomorrow morning, those wind gusts could be really high, as I've already described. So we're talking about some major wind going into tonight and tomorrow. Here's our Futurecast tomorrow's weather today. Steady rain in the morning, a few spotty showers during the afternoon, still cloudy, turns milder this afternoon. It's going to be breezy, but not terribly windy yet. But then getting into the evening, once we have the passage of a cold front, that's when we get into that wind field I was talking about. And going into tomorrow, although it's partly cloudy, it's really going to be windy. That wind is going to howl, and we could be dealing with some scattered power outages tomorrow as a result of that. So I'd have your, if we lose power plan in play, because we could lose power tomorrow with the type of wind that we're thinking, with gusts 45 to 55, even up to 60 miles an hour. That is a type of wind that could take down some branches, even without leaves on them, and then the branches take down the power lines. So that's why we have an early warning weather alert for tomorrow. I've also got a snow symbol in there. That's because as the wind starts to relax Monday, it's going to be working over the lakes, and some of the models are saying we might have enough lift to create a few snow showers on the west-facing hills of western Connecticut. So that's why that snow symbol's in there for tomorrow evening. It's really not a big deal for most of us. Okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, just cold. And then Thursday morning, we're watching another system possibly.
All right, warm-up's a little warm-up for Friday.
A little.
Not too bad.
A little. I mean,
I like the sun on there, at least.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
Sunny and 40, I'll take that.